Hey friend, you are back with the Aries Alchemist for another general tarot reading. So I am kind of switching it up because I'm definitely for the foreseeable future going to be doing this once a week, okay? And just for the collective, I am going to hold y'all. I don't have time to be breaking it down by zodiac right now. I was busting my ass to do that before and I just do not have the energy on top of my other workload. So what we're going to do is I have 4 questions I'm going to do. I wrote them down so I don't forget. So what needs your attention this week? What obstacles might you face? What opportunities will present themselves? And then just a word of advice. So I'm going to keep it with the tarot and then we'll have the obstacle, or not obstacles, but the oracles as led. So that's the new plan, guys. So yeah, if you are a human of earth, something in this reading is for you. I don't think I'll be saying nothing else in the beginning, right? I don't know. I'm just winging it, y'all. I'm doing my best, okay? But so, what needs your attention this week? Let's see from the tarot. We got the Ace of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Swords, and the Hermit. So with this Ace of Cups in reverse here, it's definitely showing that you have not been pouring into yourself enough. You're giving out a lot to people, which is awesome. We definitely want to be warm, welcoming, inviting, within reason, with boundaries and everything. But you have to make sure that you're only doing that from your overflow. If you are tired or depleted in any type of way, you really have to take the time to pour into yourself first. And then with this 8 of Swords here, it's all about you feeling mentally trapped. So you might feel physically trapped, like you can't leave the relationship you're in, or you can't leave the job that you're at, or you can't leave the place that you live, even though you're not necessarily enjoying these things at this time. But Spirit is saying that that's all in your head. Like there's always consequences with every action, but you do have options. Like you can leave these things. It's just your emotions making you feel trapped. So Spirit is calling for you to really pay attention to the way that you talk to yourself. What are your inner thoughts this week? And then with the Hermit, for it to be easier for you to pour into yourself and pay attention to all of your self-talk and the way that you're treating your body, it's going to be easier to do that if you really literally take time to yourself and isolate. So, if you have to go to work, go to work. But if you can skip it for a couple days, that's what you really, really need right now. If you can get a break from your kids or anything like that, like those would be things that you really need. Even if it's just for a few hours or 1 hour, 30 minutes, whatever you can wiggle, it's just extremely important for you to get that alone time right now so that you can just worry about your own energy. Let's see from the action deck. What needs your attention this week? What does the collective need to pay attention to this week? You got to face your shadow. And refine your attention. So yes, you might be, oh, that's just my outfit. But you might be someone who has the mindset of I just need to get it together, or I don't want to be a burden on anybody, or I should be able to just thug this out, kind of things like that. Spirit is wanting you to unpack why it is that you think that way. Why don't you think that you deserve to have a bad day if it's going to be a bad day, or deserve to take a break, or deserve to not have to take care of everybody else for a minute? Like, what is it that's making you feel that way? So this refine your attention is, again, to direct that attention towards yourself. And this still counts if you have kids. Now, I got kids, so I know it's easier said than done on that end. You can be having a whole breakdown and they come asking for some motherfucking fruit snacks, okay? Like, it's hard. But even when it comes to your kids, like, you're virtually useless if you're completely burnt out and depleted. So you really want to put yourself first this week, no matter what. No matter what. So now let's get into what obstacles might you face. What obstacles might you face this week? Today's Wednesday, so this is from Wednesday to Tuesday. But time don't really exist in Spirit, so even if you see this in like 2025, it's whatever week you're in. The next 7 days from the day that you see this. What obstacles might you face? So you got the 6 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the Hermit in reverse. So with this 6 of Pentacles and this 8 of Cups, there's another reader that I love, and she always says, a kind motherfucker might help you. And that's what this card always reminds me of for some reason. So it might be that you reach out for help this week so that you can focus on yourself more, and you become disappointed because people aren't following through in the way that they say they will. Like maybe they're like, yeah, I can keep your kids for the weekend, girl. And then the weekend gets here and they're like, oh, I was just kidding. Or maybe, you know, your boss says you can have a day off and then they're like, actually, it's busy this day. Can you please come in? So that's going to be, that may very well be an issue for you this week while you do try to take care of yourself, because we just had the Hermit as your advice or what you should pay attention to. And now it's in reverse, saying that it's going to be easier said than done, really. With the Moon deck, more about this obstacle. Let's see. More about the obstacle they'll face this week, please. Your hard work is paying off, and hold your vision. So it's going to feel like you just can't make this happen for whatever reason. It's like you know that you do need this silence and this time away so that you can recharge, but you're just really going to feel like it's impossible at this time. But remember, like, it's mostly mental. Like, we might feel like it's impossible because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings because you already promised them you would do something. But it is possible. You just got to hurt their feelings and they will fucking be okay, because we all have to regulate ourselves. You got to put you first. And you can even apologize if that's going to make you feel better. You don't want to look like a bad person or whatever it is. Because, you know, when people are used to you taking care of them and then you all of a sudden they feel switch and think about yourself, like, they don't usually take that very well, just being honest. But if they were taking care of themselves, they wouldn't be worried about the fact that you ain't taking care of them. That's their responsibility, just like you are your responsibility. So now, what opportunities will present themselves this week? For the collective, what opportunities? Mm, 777. So you got the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Cups in reverse, the 7 of